It has been 10 years since we last stepped foot in this room. Okay, technically this is not the same map I played on, because unfortunately that's when I didn't put links in the description, and I don't even know the map I was playing on, but it was a custom map. That's right, guys. 10 years ago, I made this YouTube channel, and I uploaded a video. And that video was a video of Portal. Indeed, it is true. Before I played Gary's mod, I played Portal. Now, technically, we're playing Gary's mod because, you know, yeah. But the bottom line is, it all started with custom maps. Ever since the beginning, I've always been about custom content, and that has never changed. So I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me for 10 years. We're going to take a look at some of my favorite mods from the past. Without further ado, let's dive in and let's celebrate 10 years of YouTube. And I think we all know where we have to start. That's right, we have classic flatgrass. No other map to really do a video on, although the bloom is a little outrageous. Screw that, we didn't have bloom back then. This is what it used to look like way back when there was nothing but toy box and this little slab of concrete and endless possibilities awaited. That is exactly why I have a huge host of toy box mods. Toy box, if you guys don't know, it was pretty much the precursor to the workshop, where you could hold Q, go to the toy box, and download mods, kind of like how dupes work. And you could just download whatever you wanted, and it would download in-game. So you wouldn't have to restart your game, and it was amazing. But I think it had limitations, and that's why it was ultimately replaced by the workshop, which kind of makes me sad because I still miss the old toy box. So this weapon seems to be broken. That's going to happen with these old mods. Some of them are not going to work. But then we just go right to the next one. Okay, apparently it's a railgun. Let's see, Mr. Grigori. Oh, well, it's definitely doing something, but the errors... Oh, Jesus. Okay, I didn't see that little bar down there. We have a super cannon, which takes forever to charge. The baby maker. You thought those baby mods I looked at a while ago were the first of their kind? Nah, we've been throwing babies since day one. And this one, although doesn't seem to involve any actual babies being thrown, we can see the baby doll is properly attached to our gun. And wow, the errors are just going ridiculous. This really is old Gary's mod. Who could forget the freeze ray? Ah, you know what? I remember doing something like this on Josh's birthday, but it was a different weapon than this, and I think that was definitely after Toy Box was gone. But who knows, maybe it's really been that long. But we could freeze our enemies solid, and they shatter like glass. Wow, this still holds up today. Like, I would love to showcase something like this. We also have the Gunstrumental. Oh, I remember this. At least, wait, that sounds way off. You can right click to change, which you can adjust so many instruments, and you can adjust exactly. There's a lot of shit here, I'm gonna be honest. The Electro Cannon. Oh, this is the stuff I miss, the super overpowered weapons. When I was a kid, these were the things I loved to take a look at. Yeah, I wanted the strongest damn gun there was, and this one, I think I do remember actually using this one. Oh, the ninja stars. God damn, man. I don't remember them looking quite like this, but these were literally all over the page back in the day, which I will say also, before Toy Box, you had to go to garysmod.org to get mods. That was the old way, and then you'd have to put it in your folder and see if it works. It might not even work, then you gotta uninstall it, and then you gotta just try another one. That was the struggle we faced. In fact, I did that for quite a few videos when Toy Box was kind of, not exactly working well for me. We got the Twin Colt Pythons. Every time there was a dual-wielding mod, I was first in line to get that shit. I loved dual-wielding at Gary's mod in any video game back then. I just thought it was the coolest thing. Who could forget the Burnmaster 6000? I don't remember this at all, but maybe someone does. Oh, you know what? It acts kind of like the beta flamethrower. Oh yes, the Immolator. I don't know about you guys, but I've always wanted to nail Odessa, and now I finally get my chance. With the nail gun, of course. Valkyrie rockets. Oh yes, back when Modern Warfare was still very much popular. Yeah, good times. And we can go on, guys. We have the flare gun. Oh, there we go. Awesome. We have a whole host of different awesome weapons. Of course, the Dear Sister, and that's a copyright strike right there. We got the Pack-a-Punch weapon. Don't know if that has any affiliation with Call of Duty. Sometimes you just want to beat someone's face in. That's where Auto Fist comes in. Yeah, get some, boy. Now, all of these mods are cool, and we could spend all video looking at all these, but I think you guys get the gist of it because there's so many other things we're going to take a look at in today's video, so why don't we jump on to that. Next up, you guys know where this is going. We have Big City. This is a map I still play on quite often, and the reason why it doesn't look any different is because this one technically was not made for the official game, even though it was a default map. BigWig was the one behind this. And man, it's so cool to be back. In fact, this was the first map I ever played on in Gary's mod. I remember spawning right here, no joke, on my brother's shitty compact computer because I didn't even have a computer of my own. In fact, I would record my videos on his computer. I didn't even have my own computer. I had to ask my brother. Well, we're back here now. And of course, we have the prototype mod. What mod to use than this for Big City? If you guys don't know, I was a humongous, absolutely humongous prototype fan. I absolutely adored the game. I had like the t-shirt that it came with from Best Buy and everything. It was like way too big for me, but who cares? And then the second game sucked balls, so obviously that sucks, but I still loved it in Gary's mod. Being able to just use some of the powers from the game, and even though now I look at it, some of these models look pretty silly. This mod still holds up as one of my favorites, maybe from nostalgia, but also from just features, turning you into a bona fide badass. You leave these square-esque craters everywhere you go. You have super speed, super jump. You obviously have different abilities with the different weapons that you have, like the Whip Fist. Always a lot of fun, and it's still bugged. It has been bugged since forever, and that hasn't changed. Oh yeah, it wasn't this bad though. I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh yeah, you also can't even change it. Wow, this is like bad. There's console commands to turn yourself into like the armor mode, where you can encompass yourself in this bio armor so you take less damage. There's also commands where you can just absorb people. It is so cool. So why don't we just beat the hell out of Odessa for old time's sake? Oh yeah, it still feels good. Hey Odessa, guess what? Catch! You can also pick people up. If I remember, it's like E or... Oh yeah, it is... Oh god! Okay, so that's kind of buggy. But you can press E to pick people up, and then you can throw them with the... Wait. What? You should be able to throw them. Yes, there we go. Wow, and with muscle mass, everything you throw is just that much more strong. We also have the blade, which is definitely bugged. This poor mod has not been updated in so long. It's a sign of the times, guys. In fact, it doesn't even do any oh, never mind. So that's the spinning attack. I still remember doing that like it was wow. Jesus. I remember doing this like it was yesterday, and man, it still feels great. We also have a boost. You can press shift in air to get 2 boosts, just like in the game. And of course the tendrils, which I think this was from the second game. Wasn't a big fan of this, like I said. Not a huge, what's his face? I can't even remember his name. And last up, of course, we have Hammer Fist. You press right click to go up into the air, and left click to slam down, and everything just dies. It still is an amazing mod that I think deserves so much love and care, so I hope that it gets touched up or patched soon. I guess I should talk about the claws since we didn't really get to do much with this. The claws are pretty cool, you know, especially with the dismemberment mod. If you guys use a dismemberment mod with this, it really comes to life. Now this one might trip you guys up a little bit. Welcome to Construct. This is the original Construct. That's right. No building over here. See this building normally you can go into? Well, it's a part of the skybox or the background. While over here, we can see it's kind of a part of it, but you can't go inside of it. However, everything else is pretty much retained. We do have the light room, although I'm not quite sure. Do we still have the dark room? Yes, we do. Also, wait, where's the mirror room? I think the mirror room's gone. And of course, you can see the secret has been, well, changed. It's not where it once was. Everything is so off about this. It's kind of making me uncomfortable, even though this is the one I'm used to originally. I've just gotten so used to the other one. Also, there's no path here. Normally you can go take a path here and then you can go around. Nope. This is classic Construct. So what mod do I have for Construct? Well, of course, the Durgs Drugs mod. The original drug mod that was probably so controversial, but we loved it anyway. We have alcohol, we have aspirin, and if you take too much, you will go crazy and probably die. We can see our health is actually going down, but that's just because of the pain reliever. And of course we have cigarettes, because smoking is cool. I am cool. Smoking's not cool, by the way. And of course, who could forget lysergic acid diethylamide, my favorite. Not in terms of actually taking it in real life, but the effects look so cool in game. Back then, having these crazy filters and stuff, even though it seems dumb now, was so cool to just do back in the day when mods were kind of simple. Like, there wasn't a whole lot to really work with. So having stuff like this was so sick. And of course we have mushrooms. Obviously, it's a Mario mushroom. What? Okay, everything is insanely sharp. My god. Oh! I don't remember it being this bad. So this is pretty much Gary's mod with sharpness turned all the way to the maximum. Everything is extra crispy. And of course we have PCP. Alright, so I did PCP, but that is definitely seizure inducing, so we're not gonna take a look at that. Anyway, if you're on like heroin, for instance. Oh yeah, it's my arm. Yeah. You can drink water and you should be fine. Oh god. I remember that sound. Or cocaine. Cocaine's fun. Right, guys? Overall, just a really cool, silly, stupid mod. Like, it's a mod that you don't take too seriously. And man, has this mod taken me places. We have marijuana. Oh, God! I forgot every time you smoke marijuana, you spontaneously combust. So drugs aren't cool, but they sure are in Gary's mod. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last mod, my friends. You know, I remember being on this map for the first time, downloading it from garysmod.org, and thinking, there's a universe out there, and I want to explore that universe, but I'm gonna need something to take me there. I think you guys know where this is going. That's right. We have the Tardis mod from Doctor Who. This mod has been changed and adjusted and updated so many times, and there's a reason for it. Look how cool this is. How physics bending. How does this work? Back in the day, before I play any game like Prey, where this kind of stuff was pretty common, it blew my mind, man. I didn't know you could do stuff like this, but what it kind of does is this is pretty much like a window into a different area, which is somewhere up there in the skybox. And when you go through it, you'll see there's a slight transition. Right there. That's it. You are being teleported to that area. Boom, just like that. The music even changes. But the thing that's really cool, it retains the view from outside. And then you can close the door, and it really is bigger on the inside. Now this mod has been updated so many times. Back in the day, there was not even a texture. I think it still needs quite a few updates because you can see there are some areas that don't really lead anywhere. But there's still plenty of functions to work with. Like we have a monitor here that you can really interact with in real time. We have a camera that goes 360 around the entire TARDIS to get a good look. We have a virtual console. I can't even read half this shit, so I'm gonna have to zoom in. Okay, here we go. So we have power enabled. That's power disabled. Now everything's turned off. All these little gadgets and stuff you can interact with. This is, honestly, this is even cooler than when I last looked at it. So I'm glad we're looking at it again. We have the HADS, the Hostile Action Displacement System. I assume that's for like anti-rocket measures or if enemies were to try to attack us. We have a sonic charger. TARDIS, you do not have the sonic screwdriver add-on installed. So if you have the sonic screwdriver, there's some extra functionality there for you. We have the wibbly lever. The door is now locked. And then the engine release. I think we're ready. Are you guys ready to take a trip? We can also set coordinates to actually go somewhere randomly, which we're not going to do because we're in goddamn space. You can also take a seat if you just want to chillax with your homies. That's the cool thing, is you can take this with your friends. We also have the atom accelerator. Spin disabled. Okay, so we want to enable that so we can rotate. Ready to dematerialize. Okay. Oh boy. The fact that he literally labeled everything is amazing. I am so happy with that. Guys, look at all these features. This is crazy. What's vortex flight? That looks fun. Oh, we also have the cloaking device, which obviously makes us invisible. In fact, let's go ahead and see what that looks like. Oh god, I locked the door. Okay, the wibbly lever has been pulled. Oh yeah, yep, that's pretty invisible, all right. You can also play a song. So, we have the main theme. Oh yeah, that's obviously copyright right there, but it's just, man, this is like your own little Tardis that you've always wanted. And you can take this puppy anywhere, if I could find out how to goddamn move it. Okay, here we go. So we are now finally in control. I had to press Alt and, was it E? Yes, Alt and E, and we are ready to go. So I did a video on this. In fact, I did, I think, 2 videos on this when it was updated, and man, it was a treat. And it's a treat now to be able to come back to this and to just pretty much fly the Tardis once again. So we could fly wherever we want to go, and then once we land, well, here we are. Why don't we go outside and take a look to see if we really traveled? As you can see, we definitely did travel. Whether it's exploring space, or taking drugs, or being a superhero slash supervillain, or of course just enjoying a medley of different crazy mods, I want to thank you guys so much for staying with me for 10 years, and if you're new, I hope you stay for another 10, because we're going to keep doing videos. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you know what to do. Farewell.